Yo, what's good, peeps? Episode 119 of the Streamers Paradise podcast. I'm Hazy. We got Clutch and Boe. What's good, boys?
What's up, fellas?
Yo, before we get started, I wanted to say so. I Chris has a job, and I convinced him to start working 2 days a week instead of 3, or 3 days a week instead of 2. And it works
Man,
out where they set his schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I don't know if you noticed, it's been like super quiet in here the past couple of weeks. I'm sure it's been noticed but not said.
I definitely noticed it because I always hear him, and I always think it's gonna end up on the podcast, and it kind of stutters me a little bit because I'm like,
Did you hear it and you're like worried? Yeah.
yeah.
That's just been funny because I realized that I was like, yo, this actually works out because he got an extra day at work, so he gets 30% more of his paycheck essentially, or 50% more of what he was getting, and it works out for me because it seems to be every Wednesday and Friday he's at work.
That's what's up. My daughter was
Problem solved.
My daughter was absolutely a terror tonight. So I think she's going through another sleep regression in the sense of like she's staying up in bigger increments, you know?
Mhm.
Like her naps used to be like she would be awake for 4 hours and then she'd take a nap. I think she wants to be awake for 5 hours and take a nap. And then I think that at the end of the day, she doesn't want to be awake for 7 hours anymore. She wants to be awake for 8 hours. She just didn't want to go to sleep tonight. She just went to sleep like 20 minutes ago.
How many just one nap? You're done, like one nap a day now, right?
It's literally always been one nap a day since she was a newborn. She was taking
Oh.
three naps a day, and then she was taking two, and then she like very early fell into one nap. But enough about the kid shit. I want to talk about the kids. Um, last week we were talking about the drones, and they arrested some Chinese nationals or some shit. Did you hear about that?
No.
Really? No, I haven't heard about it either. I haven't been up
Yeah,
on it lately.
but it's not exactly clear if they're connected to all of these other big drones. I'm not sure. There, people, the government started talking about it recently. I think that Joe Rogan had some guy on his podcast from the Navy. I think it is. It's the Navy, right?
I
That
think a
does the
lot of the
plane.
senators have been asking questions too, but this is what leads me to believe that it's nothing. It's our government, because when you have senators asking questions but nothing happening, the president hasn't addressed it. Trump hasn't gotten up and said, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'll figure it out when I get there. Nothing. There's nobody that's saying anything.
Trump said that they know what it is.
Yeah, they know
Yeah,
what it is, hiding
that's
it.
what
I
I'm saying.
saw
Oh,
that
he
that
did?
little clip.
Okay, I didn't see that either,
Yeah, he
but
said that.
I'm pretty sure they know.
He was pretty adamant. He was like, "Yeah, they know what it is. Why how could they possibly not know what it is?"
Yep.
Dude, you mean to tell
Why are they
me
not
that
telling
we're
the
gonna
people?
let
It's just
them
that the people
fly
should know.
around this long without knowing? I don't think so.
Yeah.
When I look up the drones in New Jersey, so here's the thing that's kind of freaking me out a little bit though, is that Splice sent me this video, and it looks like like an alien. Like this isn't hold on, let me see. Where is it?
Why hasn't he shared it with us? I want to see this. Wait.
He shared it with me. Hold on, let me see if I can. It's on Instagram. I don't know why I don't know how to share this shit. Copy link here. Play this. Play this video. It's on Instagram. This fucking thing is crazy. See, now this is what's happening too. It's 4 a.m. Why are you all in my bedroom?
It's got zombies.
It's good, bro. Yo, Swish, good to
He's
see you.
his place is in North Jersey where like it originally
Yeah.
started. So like he
Uh,
Dude, this video is nuts. I have no clue what this is, but it's scary.
posted it. Nah, I don't know.
Look
no,
at
I
this
got it
thing.
right here. I'm gonna do this right now.
We're gonna dox it. No, I was gonna say post it on the SP socials, but
Yo, look at this. Look at how crazy this is. What is that?
what is it like in the sky?
Yeah, it's in the sky. It's flying.
It's moving so crazy. Like, why
But
is it
what
moving like
is
that?
it? It looks like a
wonder if
fucking
it's a
orb.
planet.
A
Other
planet.
It's
planet.
not.
I don't know what planet we can see. We can't see any planets that close, right?
What do you mean a planet?
Like Venus,
It's
Jupiter.
moving.
That's
It's
lifetime.
moving,
It's
bro.
not. It's not
Well, it's
fast
not
motion. It's
moving.
not going
It's
fast
like it
forward.
looks like it's rippling, but that could just be like an effect of heat.
To me, it looks like spinning on an axis in a way.
Bro, please tell me you're not really trying to tell me this is a fucking planet. Are you
No, I'm just
joking?
saying. Like, I don't. Can we? I don't think there's any planets that are close enough to we could see like that large, anyways. But
No, not that large. They look like
there's been a couple
stars.
planets that you can see at night. I just haven't looked for them
We got
during the day.
Mars, Venus. You can
Mars, Venus,
see.
Jupiter, and
I don't know if we can see Jupiter with the naked eye.
at night you can. It's a star. It's the
But
biggest.
what
It's one of
is
the biggest ones. Yo, you
what
actually
is?
gotta get app right. I'll tell you what it's called. It's actually a pretty cool app for looking for stars and like solar systems. It's called Skyview Light. It's free. It's like a camera app, and then you hold it like this, and it'll tell you like
No,
what
I've seen that
constellations you're
before.
looking at and stuff.
Those things are that's kind of old.
I know, but I
It's
just found
been
out about it like last week when somebody was trying to tell me something was a drone, and I was like, "That's not a drone." Yes, it is, and he busted out the app, and it was. But I was like, "Yo, can you tell me what the app that is?" But it was funny because in this conversation, he was like, "You're gonna tell me that's not a drone?" I was like, "It's too far away to be a drone." Busted out the app. It was Venus. Okay, cool. So we're looking. So as we're looking at this planet, like in the sky, you see like two planes, and I'm like, "Yeah, those are planes that you can tell like they're super far." And like as we start to turn around to walk away, and I was like, that's actually a drone though. There was a drone like mad low, and that shit was big. It's the only one I've seen so far, and it was big as shit.
So you saw
I saw it. Yeah, I
Justin
saw it like with my
Esquivel's
own eyes, not like on the camera. Like I witnessed
since
it
the last
going through the sky.
podcast.
Since the last podcast, yeah, this was Tuesday, yesterday. It was yesterday.
Did you throw anything at it or anything, or
No, I
was
was
it
too
like?
far. It was too far for me to like. Yeah, I could tell it was like a few blocks away, but like what I'm saying is it was pretty big in the sky and a few blocks away. So like those things have to be fairly massive. Like I do. I remember last week you were like, they're the size of cars, and I was like, no shot. Like, yeah, I do would say it would probably be the size of a car.
Yeah, they're saying it's the size of an SUV.
Yeah, the shit, like it was big as shit. I was like, that on the other hand is a fucking drone.
What else is going on? Like
We got
it.
Luigi. Luigi's going
So
on.
yeah, we talked about the gun at the end of the last
Yeah,
podcast.
I don't know anything that's going on with that right now. I gotta
I don't even know why it's a big deal. Like obviously he killed someone, but like what is like the big deal about it?
because I think that guy's salary was like 23 million a year, so he's just somebody important in the healthcare world. But I think there's like a background story to it. Like it's premeditated. He has some health issues or some shit like that.
Why don't we do a little dive into
I
it?
haven't looked into it too much because
I feel
everything
like that
always
type of
changes.
assassination, like on a president or on a CEO of a health company, maybe he was on the break of like finding something, a cure for something. I feel like every time, maybe that's why it's a big deal. I don't know.
Luigi Mangione.
I couldn't even tell you how to
Mangione.
spell that shit.
So he murdered
I mean,
the
I'm sure.
United
Yeah.
Healthcare CEO.
United Healthcare. Like, why would you murder that type of a CEO?
Is CEO murder an act of terror? That was a high.
Oh yeah. I did see like that they are saying this um is an act of terror, but I thought it was kind of crazy because some other dude just got like arrested for killing like a serial killer in Florida. Some serial killer just got
Serial
arrested
killer was
very
arrested?
recent. Yeah, like this week I think it was.
What do you mean a serial killer was arrested? Where?
Or they're calling him a serial killer. It's like 7. I think he's like 7. Rex Howerman with 7 murders.
Rex Howerman?
Yeah, Hewerman. Yeah, it's it here.
Rex Hewerman, alleged
I haven't
Long
looked into
Island
this either.
serial
Just
killer. Oh, Long Island. So he's from New York, this
oh,
fucking
that's what I was. Yeah, so I was just reading because I
Wow.
think I thought it was Florida, but there's three. I think 3 of the victims had ties to New Jersey.
So he's been charged with the 7th murder. Accused Gilgo Beach serial killer. Howerman has been charged with killing Valerie
Oh, it isn't.
Mack, a 24-year-old from New Jersey who had been working as an escort in the Philadelphia area 2000 for years, known as Jane Doe number 6. Her partial remains were found in Manorville, Long Island in 2000. And then 10 years later, they found more in Gilgo Beach. The
He was
defendant
actually
now.
arrested in July 20.
Yeah, it was his first time since July 23. He's spoken in court. I didn't directly speak. I know he's extremely frustrated. He said to me since day one he is not responsible for these murders. So if he's claiming innocence and so he's saying he's innocent, most serial killers when they're caught, they go, yes, it was me.
Yeah, it's like a prize thing too. Yeah.
Court documents further allege in Hewerman's planning document he references a dump site. So they found something. Court documents reveal new details. According to court documents, hairs found near Mac's severed wrist were linked to his estranged wife and daughter. Hewerman's daughter would have been a young child at the time of Mac's killing, and neither has been accused of any wrongdoing. So somehow his kid's hair got. Court documents also reveal pornographic images of torture that were found on his electronic devices, similar to rope ligatures found on Mac's remains. Records also show he reached out to a plumbing company for draining of his home's pipes after Mac was murdered. I still don't see how does this get. Human 61 has previously pleaded not guilty to murder charges in the deaths of 6 women between 1993 and 2011.
They
The
apparently
remains
seized hundreds of electronic devices and 300 guns from his house.
The remains of 11 people were discovered around Gilgo Beach during that period, and investigators believe Hewerman may be linked to other killings. 4 of the victims had their bodies disposed of near the beach. 2 were murdered as far back as 2003 and 1993. Each of them were involved in sex work. Hewerman is linked to murders through DNA. Okay, there it is. Prosecutors allege Hewerman is linked to the murders through DNA, burner phone data, a description of his truck, internet searches, and what they described as a blueprint for how to get away with murder. Wow.
A blueprint.
Yeah, the one I was reading is like they have documents labeled problems, supplies, pre-prep, prep, post-event with reference to DNA, tire marks, and bloodstain.
So this guy basically got away with murder for 31 years. His name is Rex Hewerman from Long Island, apparently. Was arrested last July on suspicion of 6 murders. I mean, that's kind of creepy.
This just all. I mean, I just heard about this for the first time, like this
I
day
feel
or two.
like no, this might be a bit much, but I feel as if it takes a whole lot for me to get interested in like crimes because of how like sick some of these crimes that have been documented are, right? We've documented the entire Jeffrey Dahmer case on this podcast, right? Like as far as I can tell, this guy's no Dahmer, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's not. He doesn't seem like that personality.
think when you see somebody as a serial
He's-
killer, it's definitely different.
that like he's like full of himself. I think it was
Who was this guy?
yeah, like most serial killers are like cocky about it, right? Like it's a prize and it's a thing. And this guy just seems like he had a problem with 20-something-year-old
Sex
escorts.
workers?
Yeah, just didn't know what to do with them when they was done. Like I said, like
Yeah.
Dahmer, like most serial killers are like, "Yep, that's me."
Well,
I'll even show
Dahmer
you
was
where it
kind
is. Just like, hey, I know you know about these 4 bodies, but like, let me show you the other 7
yeah, exactly.
because I can because I could put like notches on the belt.
Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on. I haven't really I don't know, man. I haven't really seen a whole lot of interesting shit that's going on other than these drones and
Luigi.
the whole I went down a rabbit hole about the JFK assassination, right? We like I said, we talked about this a little bit at the end of the day the end of the last podcast because that video of Luigi shooting that guy looked like that gun I had just saw, right? Like I had just saw that guy. Anyway, I went down a rabbit hole about the JFK assassination. How much do you guys know about that?
Not much.
I seen
Do
like
Like
you,
a
I remember learning
documentary,
about it in
real
school,
quick
but
one.
like I guess an adult, I never went down that
I
hole.
saw like I saw a YouTube channel I think that had like a quick like 10-15 minute video, but that was like a while back. I know like some minor details, I guess.
so you guys don't really know anything about it at all? Like, what do
I
you,
mean,
if
I know he
you
was
had to,
shot, and they say it was from some window in a building, but the trajectory of the bullet didn't make sense, and it was impossible. But this is like at the time, I don't know like what's come out about the case since it happened. You know what I mean? Like I remember learning about the case in school, or like the assassination in school, and that's about
okay,
it.
so you've never seen any movies and you've never actually seen like footage of the actual shooting and shit.
No, like
Okay,
if
so
they've recreated the shot, no, I have not seen.
oh yeah, they definitely have. So here's the thing. They have videos where they show the shooting, what Lee Harvey Oswald did from the Texas Book Depository building window, right? He took off like 4 or 5 shots or something like that in a really quick amount of time, um, apparently from the window. And when you look at the video of the actual shooting, the very last shot that hit JFK hit him in the head, but it doesn't look like it comes from the back, like where the shooting was coming from. It kind of looks like it comes from the side. Why don't you pull that up real quick? Why don't you pull up the JFK
You got do
assassination?
you have a link or you want me to
But
look?
well, I can give it to you on YouTube. 1 second.
Okay. You have like a certain like
Can we show this?
uh,
Make sure you.
It's on YouTube.
it's on YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah, it's I mean it's like it's a well documented thing.
If they, I
I mean I
mean,
play Call of Duty on stream and
I
shoot
might have to
motherfuckers
cut
all
it off.
day.
We'll see.
you
We'll see.
might have to blur it. We'll see.
They're gonna.
All right.
They'll
Oh,
probably
maybe
just.
So
for like a copyright
for
thing.
monetization or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I might have to. It's okay. Go ahead.
I would, if anybody gets a little squirmish or whatever, now's the time to turn it off for a second and come back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I was looking it up too. Infographics channel, the infographic
What?
show. It's like more of a cartoon version, but
The other hold on, it's pulling up the wrong.
I think I saw that one. I always have things when background at work, and I was more like paying attention
Okay.
to it that way.
Can we go to YouTube, please? I don't know why this doesn't want to go to my other window.
Just see us go
No.
guns.
Yeah, man. There we go.
Can you- Okay.
Okay, it wouldn't pull up both
So
YouTube options.
now get ready to pause it because I'm going to tell you when to stop, right?
And you is there sound? Because I don't
No, there's no sound. This is on an
okay,
8
okay.
millimeter.
Oh, this is original footage, okay.
Yeah, this is on an 8 millimeter. It's just been enhanced. Okay, right here. Pause. Pause it. He's
Well,
already
so the
been
thing
shot.
is if you're watching the stream, there's gonna be a delay. You got to watch the Discord
Sorry.
stream.
Yeah. All right. So
So I'm
at
posting.
this moment in time, he's already been shot in the throat. You see how he's grabbing his throat, and Jackie, his wife, is like kind of hovering on him. He's already been hit in the throat. Rewind it a little bit, and you can see when he grabs his neck. Back farther, 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 farther. He's already hit. He's already hit.
Yeah, well, he's behind the sign here, so as soon as he
Well,
comes
no.
that way, is it
From the
before the
beginning.
sign?
Yeah, yeah.
Slow motion it. You can slow motion it too. Remember that.
Okay, watch.
Can you? I don't even know how to do that.
It's in the
He's
cogwheel.
waving.
Yeah, the cogwheel thing is where it's at.
He gets
I'm
hit,
trying
like,
to
so he gets
point
hit
it.
behind the sign.
Just look. They're gonna
Put a
slow
half
it down for you.
I'll put a half speed right here, but he gets hit.
He's already hit in the throat. Look. Okay. Now he's getting shot from behind. There's firing happening, right? Now watch what happens here. Tell me where you think this came from. Did you see that?
Again, boom.
Rewind it.
Hold on, because I think they're gonna play in slow motion. I'm watching this in half
That
speed
looked like
already.
from the front because the way he went back, it looked like it was
From the way
His head
the way he.
went to the left and all that.
Boom. Oh my god. I didn't know that had much of that visual like that. Shit.
hold on, because oh yeah, I'm gonna apologize to everybody if you don't want to see this. I apologize. Say this a couple times because I'm trying to. It looks like it came. Yeah, you're right. Like because the spray doesn't go forward or backwards. It goes
No.
like it feels like it goes like left to right. So from our view, it's forward and backwards.
So let me see if I can find this. JFK animated.
Although,
Okay, so let me see what this is.
I was gonna say
Right.
that good, it's not. It could have went through the back, and that is kind of when it comes out the front,
Okay.
right? Because the the exit should be bigger than the entry.
Here, watch this. So this is
Could
the
be.
official. This is the official story. Okay, this is the official story of what the Secret Service and the FBI and all this say. And I'm getting to a point, which is why I'm talking about this. Right?
Do we have a
Getting to
graphic
point.
warning on this one?
No.
Yep. Oh.
Right. This is the
Oh,
3D animation of like the entire thing.
all right, ready?
It's only a 2-minute video.
Oh, hold on a second, because just realized that my browser's. Restart this again.
Texas changed America and shocked the world. President John F. Kennedy and First Lady Jackie Kennedy arrived for a tour aimed at boosting his re-election campaign. That morning, many people gathered on the streets to see the president and his wife, Jackie Kennedy, along with their entourage as they traveled to downtown Dallas. Texas was considered important for the upcoming 1964 presidential election. The motorcade moved towards the city center. President Kennedy, the First Lady, Texas Governor John Connally, and his wife Nellie were in the car. Kennedy's limousine entered Dealey Plaza at 12:30 p.m., turning left onto Elm Street from Houston Street, passing by the Texas School Book Depository. At this moment, a sniper on the 6th floor of the building, positioned approximately 100 meters from President Kennedy's motorcade, was waiting for the right moment to strike. In his hands was a Carcano M91 rifle equipped with a long-range scope. Though his motives and intentions were unclear, It seemed he
shooter
had
could hit that with a
meticulously
pistol.
planned everything for the
Mhm.
assassination targeting
That's
President
very
Kennedy.
close. So
As the
they're saying
presidential
that the shooting
motorcade
came
passed
from the
by,
back like this.
3 consecutive shots were fired, causing chaos in the city and marking a moment that signaled a significant change in history. 2 bullets struck the president. The first hit Kennedy's neck. The second hit his head and was fatal. This event was broadcast to the nation. The
See how
Secret
they say
Service
that
agents quickly understood
that
the
it hit him in the
situation.
side of
They
the head?
immediately rushed to shield the president and first lady. The motorcade
Oh, I think he said
immediately
it was the
diverted to
back.
Parkland Hospital.
Well,
Service agents quickly understood the situation.
Regardless,
They immediately rushed to
they're
shield the
saying that
president
it's
to the
hitting
nation.
him.
Hit his head and was fatal. This event was the president. The first hit Kennedy's neck. The second hit his head and was fatal.
I feel like
This
the
event
video
was
you showed
broadcast to the
was more
nation.
from the front.
The Secret Service agents
That's
quickly
the real
understood
video,
the situation.
right? So
They immediately
this
rushed to
is-
shield
this
the
is-
president
this is
and
what
first
happened.
lady. The motorcade immediately diverted to Parkland Hospital,
then
just 5
essentially
kilometers
they-
away. However,
All right.
all efforts to save him were in vain. At 1 p.m., John F. Kennedy was pronounced dead. The perpetrator, named Lee Harvey Oswald, 24 years old,
Lee
was a
Harvey
former
Oswald.
Marine. Shortly after the assassination,
24, bro.
Oswald left the scene and returned home to retrieve a gun. During his escape, he shot and killed police officer J.D. Tippit not long after the incident.
J.D. Tibbetts. but he
Approximately
didn't.
70 minutes
I
after
don't think.
Kennedy and Connolly were shot, the police surrounded and arrested the suspect. 2 days later, while millions of people were watching on TV, Oswald was shot by Jack Ruby, a local bar owner, as police were transferring Oswald to a different jail. Jack Ruby was arrested by the police. In fact, the identity of the assassin
Yeah.
was never conclusively determined in a U.S. court, leading many to speculate with unproven theories about what really happened and who was behind it all.
Okay, so the reason why I gave you that little rundown real quick
The crowd bristled
is
with excitement as
because
the presidential
I was
motorcade.
going down a rabbit hole of different things looking to talk about on the podcast, right? And I come across this interview from a guy in 1993 who claims that he shot JFK. And he was the second shooter that shot him in the side of his head. I just sent the
I got it.
the video. It's way too long to
Find
listen
very
to the
little
whole
recoil.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
using an extended
we can't
I
barrel
think
do
I
that.
remember seeing this. I think I remember hearing about that too now when you say that. That's crazy.
But if you go to 1 hour and 3 minutes, go to 1 hour and
I got a
3
1,
minutes.
2.
in the service.
Yeah,
And
play
I
it.
made a mark there, and it's on record, and it's
So
recorded.
this is him
for
talking about
headshots,
taking that
for what I
shot.
did and the things that I did. But anyway, make a long story short, as I was preparing to squeeze off my round, Kennedy's head moved forward just as I squeezed. It was already in process. The head started forward. To me, what I believe is, and I did not see, let me clear the fact now, I never saw Mr. Nicoletti shoot Kennedy, but I know he was the man in the Dow Tech building, the man supposed to be doing the shooting. Therefore, the head started forward. As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Nicoletti hit him at that point. As I squeezed off my round, the head started forward. I hit it and blew the head backwards.
So the exit wounds where in the rear?
I didn't hit the rear. The exit blew out. And you can see
but
Jackie,
where was the exit? On the right side or the left side?
Partially, most of it on his right side, I guess, back there where the section come right out. Part of the back of the skull. You know, I didn't go look at it. I didn't examine it. And a lot of people may find this hard to believe, but I have never read anything on the Kennedy assassination because I was never interested in it. I did not like John F. Kennedy.
Did you ever see autopsy pictures?
Did I ever see one?
The autopsy pictures?
They sent me a book with it. I looked at a few of them, but I didn't read the book. I want to say the book they sent me was probably called High Treason. I never read it. I looked at a few of the pictures. I just wasn't interested.
Can I show you a picture and ask you for your comment? Where is it?
You're going to make me put my glasses on.
Yeah.
Put the glasses on.
That's one.
Anyway, I don't know. I think
What do
he's
you think
showing
of
him a
that
picture or something right here.
That's the back of Kennedy's head.
From what I'm looking at here, looks like part of the flap on the side is missing. But I don't see very much in this picture here, the back of the head missing. What I'm looking at here is a lot of hair.
So what's your conclusion?
What's my conclusion? That ain't the right picture.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's my conclusion. You want my
So this guy is literally talking about how he shot Kennedy, and there's not a whole lot of information about him other than the names that he was kind of spouting off. He was spouting off all these names in this interview, so I start cross-referencing who these people are and where they work, and it was all CIA guys and different shit. And where are you getting that information from in prison in 1993 to like
You
cultivate a
ain't googling
story?
that shit. You're not googling it.
I don't know if you can Google it now in jail unless you had a phone, which is more free, more like
I mean, I could have
reasonable
you
and
Google it and bring me the paperwork, right? But
yeah.
like, that's a possibility, but not 93. I don't think, right? I was 7.
Was there Google at that time?
When did I don't know, dude? Because like
Like
No, the internet didn't have a.
like nothing.
I
a
don't think
search
the
engine
internet.
back then. Yeah.
I don't think the internet. When did the search
Let me said I
engine?
was negative.
Depending on when I was born that year. I know that 93.
So the first search engine on the internet was Archie in 1990.
Yeah, but you think it had like all CIA agent information on it, like names? Yeah, like
No,
that's the thing. I don't even think you
no.
could like you. I mean, you could have somebody Google that information, but I think getting that information would be extremely difficult today. Like finding out people in the CIA's positions and stuff. Like I've never tried it, but I don't.
I
I
don't
feel like
think
that
it
would be
is
kind
that
of hard to
hard.
do.
I don't think it is though.
No,
No.
I don't
I,
plan on
I'm-
trying it.
I don't even know.
I'll tell you
I
why I
wasn't even
don't think
born.
it's. I don't. I'll tell you why I don't think it is because maybe when they're not, maybe when they're no longer in office or like holding the position, because all of these people have wikis now, like a Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these politicians have Wikipedias. Like I don't have any problem. Let's see who the head of the CIA is. Head of the CIA 2024.
Golly, supposedly
Literally,
this guy said he
literally
killed.
right here. His name is John Ratcliffe.
Yeah, but that's the head of the CIA and some guy pulling behind the scenes murders. I think, you know what I mean? Like those guys, I don't think you're gonna find.
Yeah, 100%.
Not
This guy's
now. Yeah,
name is
maybe in the future, but not like the
this
active guys that are doing this shit actively.
the guy on the screen is named James E. Files, and he claims to be the second shooter in the John F. Kennedy assassination. He says that in this interview, he says that the mafia was involved, the CIA was involved, and that Lee Harvey Oswald was involved, and so was Jack Ruby. They were all involved, but Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't supposed to be taking a shot at anybody, and he definitely didn't kill the cop because apparently the guy that killed the cop went and saw him after the fact and is even still alive today, apparently, in his 80s. He says that the head of the CIA gave him a gun that was experimental in the 60s. They showed a picture of it in one of these interviews. They showed a picture of it. They showed when it was created, how it was a different caliber of bullet at the time. It was really interesting stuff, man. And the reason why I got into this again is because when I was listening to the Trump Joe Rogan was so fixated on getting some Trump Kennedy information from Trump, right? He was like, "Who killed Kennedy?" and like, "What's going on?" Um, he was like, "I don't want to let it out because people that were involved are still alive." Literally, Trump said that on JRE.
Hmm.
So does that mean that he's confirming? Let me I want to see his exact words. Let me see if I can find that.
That's
Joe
crazy.
Rogan,
Go, man.
Trump, JFK.
He would know,
Uh,
right? Come on, he was the president.
Joe
Like you
Rogan,
have to know everything.
right? Literally. Copy. Here. I don't want to play. I don't want him on for too long. So just play his response.
Joe
Then when
Rogan
it changes to
Experience.
UFOs, get rid of
Let me
it.
do.
Was your quote?
Still. What do you want me to find? You know where it
I
is?
just played it. No, it's the beginning.
Oh, it's right in the beginning. Okay.
Yep.
Let me just to keep it as minimal. Okay, starts right at the
Experience.
One of the things that I want to talk to you about is the JFK files. And one of the things that you said was that if they showed you what they showed me, this was your quote, you wouldn't want people to know it either.
So I opened them up partially. I was met with from good people. I mean, good people that were well-meaning. Mike Pompeo was one of them. He's a good person. They called me. They said, "Sir,
Okay,
would
pause it.
rather have you not." After
Mike Pompeo. Who is this fucking guy?
The name sounds familiar, but I forget.
I know, right? It sounds familiar.
Who is Mike Pompeo and why does he have access to this stuff? Okay, Mike Pompeo is an American politician who served in the Donald Trump administration as director of the CIA. Okay. So he was director
Oh,
of the CIA
say it's a reliable.
under.
Facts.
So he was the director of the CIA from January 2017 to April of 2018. Sixth director of the Central Intelligence Agency. Okay, reliable source. Play.
and I did open them, but I was asked by some people not to open them. There's a Martin Luther King file too, by the way, that they'd like to see. I don't know if you know, but there is that. But JFK in particular. So they called me. A lot of good people called me. People that that you would find reasonable people, and they asked me not to do it. So I said, well, we'll close it for another time. But if I win, I'm going to open them up. I'm just going to open enough.
Why didn't you open it up the first time?
Because
though?
a lot of
what was
times,
the hesitation though?
addresses, people that are still
No,
living.
I was just saying.
There are people that are affected.
People that are still living.
And there could be
people that
some
are
national
affected.
security reason that that I don't have to necessarily know about. But some very good, talented people asked me not to do it. I opened it up, and then they said, would it be possible for us to do that a different day?
What? How much of it did you read into?
I think it's going to be just fine to open it. Let me put it that way. I think it's fine. It's going to be time. It's a cleansing. It's really a cleansing. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it immediately, almost immediately upon entering office.
Well, the thing, when people look at it from the outside, and you sort of.
So it means we should know in a month, right? Like, I mean,
Wow, you said that.
Yeah, that's good. That's enough.
Flip
That's
it.
enough.
We should know
So,
next month.
I mean,
That's
I'm excited.
that's kind of crazy for him to say though. Like, Loki put a target on his back. No.
The thing is who's gonna? He's already been shot at, and they're already trying to kill him.
I
don't think
know,
he's thinking about
man.
it.
Oh my god.
Nevertheless,
That might be
who
why
was-
he's so interested this time to know. Like, hey, wait a second.
I know. I think he already knows. He already knows. He's saying it like because he did declassify some of it from what I remember, but it's all redacted, right? Like, what's the point of reading something if every other word besides the, with,
And an or are like
right,
gone. Yeah.
there, all those words are there, or you can see, but everything else is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, you'll read it, but you won't get anything from it.
Right, right.
Same answers
So,
we've had.
so who was Mike Pompeo before? Because like, there's the sixth director of the Central Intelligence Agency. How many was there before this? So like, how many, right? Like, how long has the CIA been around that there's only been 6, and this dude's only been there for a year, right? Like, he was only there for a year. Because there's no fixed term, apparently. William J. Berman, president appoint. So I guess I don't really understand how that works. So whenever there's a new president, they fire everybody that's working like in the White House and start fresh every 4 years. Is that how that works?
Really?
I
You
don't know
think?
because I've seen a lot of
That's the Secret Service, right?
that.
I,
No,
I
like Elon Musk's position, Robert F. Kennedy's position. These guys were all given like head of this department, head of that department.
right, but then they appoint the entire department.
Oh, they do. The president does, or the person they put in charge.
So from what I understand, when the president takes office, they have to appoint like 300 people or something like that, and those 300 people are responsible for like, you know, 500 people each or some shit. Like it's some ridiculous amount of people that get hired.
I have no idea about.
Yeah, me
So
either.
so wait, do we get a new one with a new president? Like
I wonder if maybe like you serve consecutively, it might be the same people. Because like, why would you be like, all right, well, 4 years is up, let me get somebody else in.
yeah, in that case.
But in this, yeah, I guess you would do it twice if it's not consecutive. Why would you not put the same people?
Because it's different ideals and like different um morals, right? Different
Yeah, but you still have the same Congress
political
doing the same shit
stance.
they've been doing forever, so it doesn't.
Okay, so this has the list of directors. Position succeeded to director of Central Intelligence. So George Bush was the first president that this existed under? Is that what I'm leading to believe?
CIA.
Yeah. Um I don't know anything about the CIA, but there had to have been a director back then, right? How long
I mean,
didn't
somebody had to be
didn't
in charge of it at that.
didn't one of the didn't Hoover, wasn't it Herbert Hoover or some shit? Who did the
I'm no history major.
September 18th, 1947. So who was the first? Harry S. Truman was president, signed the National Security Act into law. The CIA was the unforeseen for the creation of the CIA. Okay, so Pearl Harbor was the result. I mean, CIA became a thing because of Pearl Harbor, apparently. The CIA was the unforeseen attack on Pearl Harbor, but whatever Pearl Harbor's role at the close of World War II, government circles identified a need for a group to coordinate government intelligence efforts. And the FBI, the State Department, the War Department, and even the Post Office were all jockeying for that new power. Damn, dude.
Post office
19, yeah, 1947. I mean,
can't
you
even
got you
deliver
got.
mail on time, dude.
I was doing a little bit of like wondering how corrupt
Hmm.
like shit's been forever, like forever. And from I was doing, I forget what it was, but George Washington did some crazy shit.
Bro, there's so what was it
And then
called?
the
Fuck.
Lincoln assassination too. The Lincoln one is kind of crazy.
Everything's corrupt, but it's like been corrupt from day one.
That's
Let
what
me
I'm
look at
saying,
this
right?
book.
Yeah.
What is this book called? The James Madison was part of it.
What do you mean? What?
I gotta look it up. I can't remember what it was called. What these are called?
Our mail is on strike.
I would love to have been a fly on the wall with all of the our mail is on strike in Canada. The post office is on strike in Canada.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Because I was
Yeah, I
reading
heard about
something
that.
about holiday shipping. If you're ordering stuff from Canada, it could get fucked because I do remember seeing that.
Why
The
is it on
Federalist. I think it
Canada?
was called what they call the Federalist
I don't say
Papers.
why.
They want more money, probably, right? Canada Post has stopped delivering mail across the country because tens of thousands of postal workers are on strike over wages, working conditions, and other issues. Let me ask you this.
Crazy.
Is there Amazon in Canada with their own trucks? Like, do they have their own trucks? Because now in America, they've completely taken over the post office
Yo, I
business.
ordered a pair of
100%,
shoes.
right? Oh
I
my
ordered a
god.
pair of shoes from Zappos. I don't know if you guys
That's
know that
Amazon.
site, but it came. It's Amazon, yeah. Like it was
Yeah.
like Amazon delivery, like in 2 days. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no. So what I was talking about was the Federalist Papers. You know what those are?
No.
So Federalist Papers is a collection of 85 articles and essays written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay under the collective pseudonym Publius. Publius. I don't know how you said it back then, but basically to promote the ratification of the Constitution of the United States. It's like, so they wrote the Constitution, and they wrote these articles under fake people, like just being, oh, the public, and saying how good the Constitution is, so we should all sign it. To get the people to think we should all, like, oh, if everybody else is doing this, I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
So
It
that's
was
about how
like
far back that goes.
manipulation at its finest there. And if you
It's what this
had
country was founded on.
if you even had a little bit of the foresight of like understanding how people worked and behaved, you had a superpower. If you understand like social like cues and just think about that.
If you're really keen to that, you can get whatever you want.
Especially back then. Like now you can
Oh,
do that shit.
yeah, it's hard to fact check. You're like, now you can fact check. You're like, hey, like, let me see your resume. Like, what did you do? Like, what have you done? Before it's kind of like,
Right.
oh, okay, yes.
You know what that reminds me of? That movie Catch Me If You Can. Cause like that guy was the last true counterfeiter. You know what I mean? Like that was
I haven't
before
seen it in that movie. It's
it was
Leo, right? Is that Leo?
yeah. He was young, him and Tom Hanks. But the reason why I bring it up though is because that was before the internet. It was before any kind of Interpol, like there was no hub of information, right? Now you get your fingerprints put into the so when you get arrested, you don't put ink on your fingers like they showed you in the movies anymore. You do, but they do it a different way. They do it digital, where they
Computer, yeah, the
literally
computer.
do your computer fingertips digital. And then it goes into a database where if you had your fingerprints on a crime scene fucking a year ago
That
and right, and they have
they
those
know
things
right now
in their
today.
database, you are fucked, right? They literally don't let you go now until they do a warrant check, right? So like the last time that I was in jail, I had what was called holds, right? Which means so like you know how when you see people on the news, they travel like through a whole state running from the cops, right? Like they go through all different kinds of counties and they're like, yeah, he went through 3 states and 2 counties and right, that type of shit. Those motherfuckers are gonna be going to court forever.
Oh, for
For
each one of for all the tickets and crimes they committed in each one of those counties, towns, whoever summons them.
exactly. They're going to
Because
have
once
to
they
go
get caught, like they know who it is. It's like, all right, we'll just all mail
Yep.
you. Like everybody mails you a ticket.
now they just
6
have to
tickets.
look at bro, I was watching something the other day where they literally filmed this person driving away from an accident right into their driveway. Like just like based on timestamps and like they
Oh,
got a
car was
picture.
here. Car was here on this. Car was there on that.
Exactly, bro. And it's just you can't get away with anything. I went over the bridge the other day, and there's not even any toll booths anymore. If you don't have Easy Pass, they send you a fucking bill in the mail.
100%. Yeah.
If you don't have an Easy Pass, they're like, fuck it, just go. We're gonna take a picture. We're gonna
Yeah, we're good.
da-da-da.
We'll get you.
Yeah, we're just gonna send you a bill.
If you don't pay,
So
then we'll fine you. If you don't pay, we'll come get you.
they'll suspend your license. No,
Yeah.
they'll
Suspend
just
it. Yeah.
Oh, they
That's
just
what it comes down
suspended
to.
for that shit?
that's it. Yeah,
Suspended now. Yep.
considered not paying a fine. So you owe any money like that, dude? They just suspend your license. But what my point is that you're gonna be sitting in the county jail for a year just going to all these court dates, getting shipped to these different counties, and man, oh man, is that a like that is gonna
They get taking all those L's just to
that
then
is
get sentenced like federally.
yeah right yeah. You're gonna get all kinds of trouble, and then you'll end up what you'll end up doing is a state bid and a federal bid, and you'll probably do them concurrently. Like you'll
I
run
was
them
say
side by.
it's not like you're home for this, bro. They just what do they just ship you from county to county, right?
Yeah, so you're
Like
in
county prison
jail.
to county prison, bro.
Well, what'll happen is somebody that is um
Or they won't extradite, and you can stay in the one and do it all over video.
no, they travel, they bring you. So that's what I was gonna say, right? The last time I got arrested, I had holds in the same town, but I had a county hold, I had a town hold, and I had a city hold, right? So I don't know where you guys are, but there's different chats. I'm sorry, there's different courts, right, for each area. So it's like if you're in the city of where we live, that's a specific court. If you're in a town, you're in that court. And if you do something that's felony related, you go to the county court,
Yep.
right? So it's like misdemeanor and then county court. Anyway, they were transferring me to a rehab, and before I got to go to the rehab, they had to run. I'm in jail, and they have to run your prints and run your name to make sure you don't have warrants anywhere else. Like, and just in case, while you were in jail, they found you involved in something else, right? Like, let me put these prints into this machine, and maybe something pops up, and it's just sitting there waiting for them to run my name again. You know what I mean? It's just
Some shit you got
wait.
away, you thought you got away with, they just haven't found you yet.
Yep,
But they
exactly.
knew you were there because of fingerprint.
Right. So then you got to fight that.
Or you might
It's
not
almost
necessarily be guilty
That's
of it, but
wild.
you gotta like
you were there.
you were there, so you got to go through the
Mhm.
proving innocent part.
Yeah. Apparently, you don't prove yourself innocent though.
Yeah,
You're innocent until
And
proven
it's hard.
guilty. I thought that's not even true. That's not real.
that's what they say. But you're well,
It's
you are.
not
You're
real.
innocent until proven guilty. We're just gonna hold you here until you do that.
And you can't fight a case in jail.
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
worst. Diddy, Diddy is so much trouble, bro.
I haven't been keeping up with that either. It's been like not in the news right now. Or,
Bro, they're literally talking about Jay-Z now.
I
All
know.
kinds of shit.
I heard about that shit. His name got brought up in the case.
Yeah, and he's trying to fight it. He's
He's
like,
like,
"Yo,
yeah,
I didn't do it. You
money
fucking
hungry
wrong."
people. Like it was a decent response for him to say it right away, but it was like,
But,
bro, come on. Like Diddy, your name dropped in the Diddy case. Come on.
yeah, you can't
how?
have
Like
that.
in what sense?
That he was there when a girl that was like 12 or 13, they were like taking turns.
And
Um,
supposedly a female
her.
celebrity was there too,
And it
but they
was,
haven't
yeah,
named her.
I
apparently.
wonder if that's someone.
Do you think it was Beyonce?
I was about to say, you
I
trying to say that,
mean,
bro?
I'm
The
not
Beehive gonna
saying it.
get
I
you.
just said maybe.
Could
I
you
mean,
imagine?
if you know what I mean, like
Um,
Jay, he was
Queen
there. I
B.
mean, it would make sense.
Imagine if Queen B is a sick fuck.
that's what niggas been saying too. Like it's like all of them, man.
Yo,
All of
she
them is
kicked her two
crazy
homies to the curb quick.
Mm,
for
there
for
was
the fame,
there was
right?
first, I think.
What's that?
I think there was 3 of them at first, and then 2 of them got kicked, and then
Yeah,
they
it was
brought
3. It was Destiny's Child. There was the 3 of them, Kelly Rowland and her, and then I forgot
no,
the other one.
there was
I think
4 of them at first,
Oh, there was.
I think it was
bro.
4. Yeah.
I think.
It was-
Oh,
It was Beyonce and Kelly Rowland, and then 2 other girls. Then they got rid of those 2 other girls and brought in Michelle.
I don't know if I remember him that far back.
Their first album that put them on the map, essentially, wasn't with Michelle.
Okay, so long ago.
that's a whole other rabbit hole you could climb into.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the type of
so
things
long
I
ago.
know.
But anyways,
They
she kicked
supposedly
the 2
like
friends
her,
to the curb like it were nothing, real quick.
like Beyonce and Jay-Z wasn't happy with Aaliyah. 'Cause Aaliyah, that's a whole other rabbit hole too. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I'm not going down those.
Yeah, this is the original. This is the original picture of Destiny's Child, and this is
Word.
them after. So they got rid of 2 for 1.
He looks
Interesting, right?
so young,
Interesting, right?
so long ago. She said my mom loved it.
Everybody loves Destiny's Child. Who didn't?
Right? Come on. They were fire.
Who didn't love Destiny's Child? I
Back then,
still
the
blessed
music was
with
just different.
Destiny's Child.
Different times.
The music was just different then.
What was I Need a Soldier
Lil Wayne.
with T.I. and Lil Wayne? Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit.
You know what song I actually heard today? I was like, what the fuck? Smack That by Akon and Eminem.
Wow. That
Great
song
song.
is
I
big.
ran across it and I was
Great song.
dude, so long ago. So long ago. So old.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. 20 years at least, a minimum. Not fun,
That's great.
but it's
Yeah,
up
dude.
there.
Yo, you actually want to hear some shit? I remember when I had Now That's What You Call Music. It didn't
Oh
have a
yeah.
volume number.
Oh man.
The first one.
Now that's what I call music.
And I think it had Britney Spears' what was the first one? Hit Me Baby One More
Baby,
Time. I think that was on there. Oh man. I'm fucking old. Let's go. 2 minutes quick.
How old are you?
38, dude. I just turned 38 weeks ago today. Actually, remember? That's my birthday. Oh no, I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm off Wednesday. All downhill from here.
Almost 40.
You're not
40
far
of
behind.
them.
You're like a couple months, right?
I'm 37.
Yeah.
I'm a year and a couple months younger than you. A whole year.
It's like my brother. My brother's a year. Wait, well, my brother's a year and 8 months younger than me. It's always mad confusing because like for part of the months he's only a year away, and then most years away. Because he'll turn like 1 year older. Like trying to remember how many, like how far apart it was.
Yeah, it was a good talk tonight, guys.
For
I'm gonna
real.
dive into this
Pretty good to
JFK
go.
thing even more.
Learn new shit tonight.
Yeah, Livy's on. All right, guys. Have a good
I don't even have
one.
to go copy and paste like I usually do.
Peace out,
GG,
everybody.
everybody.